A question I've been asking myself for far too long. Will I find my way? Will things finally change? A winter of chasing down empty promises long gone. Let them wash away. Let summer light my days. I'll be brave like the thunder and brighter than lightning. Pull this weight off of my chest. Leave the hurricane behind me. I've been seeking an answer, hoping for a rescue. The night fades away and now I finally find you. An answer that's been hidden in the stars for far too long. Why did I feel the pain? Why did I have to be strong? Speed bumps and red lights along the way. Yeah, we broke down, then we finally broke away to an open road, one that leads me home. I'll be brave like the thunder and brighter than lightning. Pull this weight off of my chest. Leave the hurricane behind me. I've been seeking an answer, hoping for a rescue. The night fades away and now I finally find you. Find you. A question I've been asking myself for far too long. Will I find my way? Will things finally change? A winter of chasing down empty promises long gone. Let them wash away. Let summer light my days. I'll be brave like the thunder and brighter than lightning. Pull this weight off of my chest. Leave the hurricane behind me. I've been seeking an answer, hoping for a rescue. The night fades away and now I finally find you. I find you. that came behind me. I've been seeking an answer, hoping for a rescue. The night fades away and now I finally find you. I know, one day turns into a lifetime. But don't go, keep this feeling right by my side. Now I'm free for the rest of my life, yeah. I get up and I finally move on, searching for my truth, and now I finally find you. I finally find you. Finally find you.
Alright, I think we should be good. Who's ready to move over? Let's stop that. Boom. Perfect. Not exactly what I hoped to see. Hello Rogue, hello Raven, hello Noodle, hello Tassu. It's nice to see all of you. I did get your hydrate earlier, by the way. Noodle. Thank you for that. I'm going to... Oh, wait, no, I closed the music. Give me a second. We're gonna just chill here. You get to enjoy the starting soon screen for a second longer. Oh, if anyone was here a little bit ago, on my first stream back, I mentioned that there were different colored roles for everybody, and how Raven had a very specific role. So if you look, Raven has her own role color, because she's awesome and cool. Hello, Iris. I thought I had everything planned, but it turns out I didn't actually keep my music open, so I'm gonna go find it. And we're gonna make the best of it. So I'm just kind of talking you all through me finding music because I closed it. I thought I didn't. Am special. It's true, you are. You are very, very special. Where did I put it? Well, I'm looking in the wrong place. Found it. Do that. Music is set. Perfect. Okay. That should be playing. Except nobody can hear it because I never set it up. Oh, this is great. Oh, I'm so silly. You know what? We're just moving over to just chatting. Let's just get this started. Let's just get ourselves on an actual screen while I get music for it out. Chat, I'm a little goober. I may not be the sharpest tool in the shed. I may not even be in the shed right now, so there's that. Actually, wait, I wonder if I can audio input capture. A little too silly to stream, that's what I'm saying, that's what I'm saying.
Blows up pancakes with mine.
My fucking pain.
Thank you very much for the pancakes, Dean. I appreciate that, Raven. No, I don't think that'll work. You know, we'll just have to do, not browser. Let's do window capture. Do that. Yep, that does work, but why did it put it all the way at the front? I hope there wasn't anything on there. There wasn't. Okay. Cool. That could have been bad, but it's... Ugh. Okay. Fine. I'm just gonna keep it on the background. Don't worry, I almost got the music. Do this. Perfect. Then we move the audio down. I think we have it set at 11 for Chrome. Perfect. Welcome in, everybody. There we go. Music should now be playing. Oh my gosh, that was too much effort. This is what I get for not setting things up beforehand. I totally earned this. Okay. Let me get myself situated. Okay. Let's move over. I hope this works. Yes! Okay. We're back. Am I missing anything? I don't think so. We're live. We're going. This is awesome. Holy cow. Yippee. Okay. It's working. This is awesome. This is perfect. Yes. Alright. Hello, everybody. I'm Min's the Mailbox, and this is Connection Point. It's so good to be back. Welcome in, everybody. It's so nice to see all of you. This is the first Connection Point stream in like 4 months, which is kind of ridiculous. We missed last week's because Thursday got really busy at work, so I wasn't able to do it last week. But I'm able to do it this week, and I will. I intend to, and I'm very excited to do it. So yeah, welcome in. It's very nice to see all of you. How are you doing? It's also just nice to be back. Rune! It's you and runs. I'll run away with your, oh no, your tail. I'm taking your tail. Specifically your tail. I'm getting your tail. I'm stealing it. It's mine now. Thank you very much. Rune, you're awesome. Thank you so much for popping in. I appreciate it. Oh man, it's been a while since I've been in here. I've only popped in twice since I last streamed it. If you all aren't aware or you weren't around when it was happening, the last stream that I did when I went live before I went on break was the Pride Ring. I basically redid a lot of the Pride flags that I had been doing over the last couple of years, and I turned them into... Oh, dang it, the music's not playing. I didn't add the source. Oh, I'm so silly. Give me 1 second. I am so good at what I'm doing. Holy cow, I am... Music wasn't... Oh. Anyways, there's music now, everybody. Woo! I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. Anyways, like I was saying... Oh, wait, I gotta move it farther back. There we go. Like I was saying, Minecraft, last time I was on Minecraft was in July when I was doing the Pride Ring, and if you didn't know what the Pride Ring was or you weren't around for it, I basically have an area in my world that I build onto and add onto every June called, it's like my little Pride Month area. And originally it was a field of different pride flags that I have been adding onto for the last couple of years. Well, this year I decided to go ahead and redo it and add a whole bunch more flags, and I turned it into the Pride Ring. Now, what is a Pride Ring? It's a giant circle of flags. I think there's like 24 of them, and I have a couple written down for next year. I think I need to add a couple more to the signs, but that was the last time we were in this world, or the last time you were in this world. I have actually been on twice. I've been on once on Halloween and once today when I got home from work, and I can actually show you what I've been up to. It's not much. I've done very, 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 very little in this world, but I know that there's a very special thing that happens on Halloween every year in Minecraft where you can get certain mobs that have pumpkin heads. And I didn't want to miss out. and I thought it'd be just a little extra touch of special and unique into this world, so I got us one. I have a zombie with a pumpkin head from Halloween. I don't know what to do with him yet, but he's here, and I have him, so we have a Halloween zombie, and I think that's pretty cool. And then, other than that, I have zero idea what I was going to be doing when I left off last stream, or left off before the break. I know a general idea of like some of my plans, but I am going to be completely winging it today because I don't remember. Like I said, I have some general ideas. I know I was working on my base, so we're going to be working on my base day. I know there is still the list of all my goals and achievements over on the goal boards over here. So we have those to work through. And honestly, I'm just kind of excited to see how it works. So yeah, how's everybody doing today? While I go look at the board, you can see we completed a couple things. The Nether Hub and the mob farm is done. And right now, we're basically working on the filling out the base area part. So there's that. There's a whole bunch of things I can work on. Fish. Are you fishing? Are you playing web fishing? Oh my gosh. Honestly, would anyone mind if I just look around the world for a second? How about we do a little world tour? I have barely been in this world in the last 3 months, and honestly, I kind of would like to look around. Would anyone else be interested in like taking a look around the connection point world as it is to see? Yeah. Gosh, I love my tree. For anyone who hasn't seen Connection Point before and hasn't been on my channel before or seen my Minecraft survival series, this tree is quite possibly the coolest thing I've ever done in Minecraft, and I will get to that in a little bit. That's something I need to make a video on one of these days, is like the tree, because I am still so incredibly awestruck by how amazing it turned out. Let's see. Yeah, you know what? Yeah. Alright. So, I'm gonna go on a little tour, look around the world, and to do that, we actually need to fly. Now, I don't have many rockets, but I have enough that I can use 3. So let's take a little trip over to spawn. Now, I'm not sure how fast the world's gonna load, given that we are streaming. I know I reduced the load that streaming takes on my computer a little bit, but I don't think that fully changes the fact that we are still playing in a Minecraft world that I'm running, so there is that. Plus, if I go this way, I can save the reveal of the Nether Hub, because I think the Nether Hub is super cool and I haven't seen it in a while, and I want to. I do still have a bed on me, right? I'm actually so awesome. There we go. I'm so glad I started preparing for things before I left. And I just have a box that I store helpful things in. It's so nice. I'm going the right direction, aren't I? It's that way. Oh, geez. Okay. Hey, computer. Unless I just went backwards. Nobody pay attention. I definitely know where I'm going in this. That was my last rocket, but I believe if I head straight here, I should get there. Ooh. Okay. I feel like we're close. I may not have ever built in this area, but I do know the way back and forth, even if it is a little laggy. Okay, we should be close. And don't worry. Oh, yeah, I walked right past it. There it is. So I think it is a fitting place to start as any in the last place we left off on in the Connection Point world to start our grand tour of everything that I've built in this world over the last, gosh, 3 years now, is, bam, the Pride Ring. 24 different Pride flags all put together in a giant circle. Yeah, I am really oh, I should probably pick that up. I'm still really proud of this project. You can see I have almost everything done. Did I not do that one? I don't think I did. Well, I almost have it done. I guess I missed one sign. But you can see I've labeled every sign and you know what the flag is. I have it all lined up so you can read and see each one of them. I had a lot of fun with this. It took a while to figure out the flags. Personally, I have a whole section in my test world that is just these flags lined up because I wanted to make sure they were accurate as best I could to the colors of the flag, of the original flags, but also make it to where it made sense and you could still tell what the flag was in Minecraft, but also, you know, building it in Minecraft and making it not completely terrible for me to collect. Like, you know, maybe obsidian is going to be the closest thing to that purple, but do I really want to collect 20 blocks of obsidian for this? Probably not. So that's how we ended up with this, and I still think it is one of the coolest things I've built. So I'm very, very happy with it. But this is only one area. As you can see, we have a second area that I've also been adding on to every year, and this is our little Christmas area. I think both of these, I know the Pride area started in 2022, but the Christmas area started in 2021. There's actually a really cool thing I've been doing where I make a barrel every year with all of the viewers that have been watching. Thank you for the hydrate and the stretch and the posture check. Rogue, I appreciate all of that. Thank you. The hydrate is nice. So yeah, like in 2021, Jade, Voices, and Luke were watching. If anybody's seen Luke around, it's been a while, but Luke's been around for 3 years, which is ridiculous. I'm gonna do that posture check real quick before I continue. Quimus 1, it's true. It is. Yeah, my original idea while I was doing it was that every year that I play in this world, I can add a barrel or, you know, a present under the tree, and it can slowly mark my journey through the world. Of course, that was my original idea. And I decided to continue that by every year that I get through Christmas, or, you know, play on Christmas Eve or so, I add to the world, I add to the area. And that's how we got with this giant ice butterfly. So, this was 2022. Gonna see some familiar faces in here. We have Noodle, Michaela, Saribot, Cool. We have Marco, we have Shy, we have Jeff, and we have Raven. A couple people that are here today were in here. And we have 2023. This one was the most of all. You can see we had 2 in 2021, 4, or no, 3 in 2021, 8 in 2022, and we had 10 in 2023. So it was Sari, Kata, Raven, Calico, Jade, Lucifer, Noodle, Bun, Loaf, and Nightbot. And we had a little happy holidays. So I was... Oh! Woo! I switched the camera. Moon, hello, hi, how are you doing? It's so nice to see you. We're doing a little tour of Connection Point before we get started on my ideas for what we're going to build today. I thought it'd be a good way to get us all back into the world, because, you know, I haven't seen a lot of it in a while, and I thought it'd be a fun way to bring everybody back in. So yeah, that's the 3 years, and this year I'm super excited. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to add to this, but for anybody curious, 2021 added the Christmas tree. 2022 added the little the snow and wool like circle around it, almost like a woolen snow carpet kind of thing, a white carpet. And 2023 added the wings. I made a giant ice butterfly, and it is still super cool. I'm still really proud of it. I still think it turned out really, really awesome. And I'm not actually sure what I'm going to add to it this year. But we can, you know, we have a month to figure that out. But then, I think I have a boat. Haha, the Raven boat. This is awesome. This is incredible. There we go. I love that it displays the name of the boat. Okay, and if we ride down this river, we go away from the world spawn and the little themed areas that we have over there. We arrive at a very interesting place. A Minecraft village that is in the middle of renovations, or will be soon. Online training for work, and I'm barely listening to it. That's so fair. That's so fair. So, welcome everybody to the villager trading area. This is a massive part of my world that I know a lot of you probably weren't around for. This entire area, minus a couple things here and there, were built in 2021 to 2022. It took me over a year to build this area. Mostly just because I was doing other things and I was more used to doing like 1.5 hour streams and the like. But this took me a year to do. And this is one of the last things I did in it. But I can take you around and show you all the different things that are part of it. Also, Rogue, thank you so much for the stream streak. That's a streak of 3. That's awesome. That means somebody's been watching. And I appreciate that. So, obviously, right here, we have an iron farm. I don't actually remember if it still works. I might have to redo this. Because, no. It only works at night. I totally forgot about that redeem. I kid you not. I completely forgot I had that redeem. I wasn't ready to meow. But I have to now. That was... I mean, you did spend 10k on that meow. Thank you so much, Iris, for being here. I appreciate it, and I hope you sleep well. Thank you so much for joining in. I guess I have to meow now. Yeah, you know what? I gotta give the people what they want. Oh, now I'm nervous. Oh, my voice is not working. Okay, give me a second. Oh, it's not going up. I'm so sorry. These are terrible meows. Meows are not working today. There we go. That's it. Oh, that's a good one. All right. Maybe we can see the iron farm in action. I think Yeah, I'm gonna have to rebuild it at some point. Oh, there we go. That's something. There we go. Iron Golem. Yeah, the thing is, this is fine. Like I've had to redo this design a couple times because things broke in 1.20. Kind of just how they change things. And this, what am I talking about? This only works at night now, which is interesting. Not because it's a bad design, but because I'm not often here enough for it to start like collecting materials long enough, so I'm definitely gonna have to come back and redo it when I redesign the village. This thing, only people who have been here since 2021 would have seen this thing being built, but this is a villager breeder. You can tell that it's old given how I built it. It looks like something I built back in 2021. I'm not going to lie. This was the style I used. It was a lot less... It was a lot more confusing. This is still a very confusing build. I'll need to, I might redo it at some point. I think I could make it look a little nicer. Yeah. I'm gonna get you, Rue. I'm gonna get you. I'm glad you thought it was cute, though. Thank you. But yeah, this is the villager breeder. I had to add a roof on it because the first time I built it, they turned into witches. The first time. I put the roof too close to the ground, and all of the villagers got turned into witches, and that was not fun to redo, I'll tell you that much. So yeah, I had to rebuild the roof a little bit, but it has a minecart rail that leads over to the bottom, the main area of the villager trading hall. And this is a very, very old idea of mine, all the way back from 2020. Now this world is only, this world is only 3.5 years old, I believe. I want to say its first day was June 10th. Yeah, I want to say June 10th, 2021 is its beginning date. But this idea right here, this like automatic farm cylinder tower thing. Yeah, the automatic farm tower. This goes all the way. Oh no, wait, ad started. I'm talking through ads. We'll have to wait. All right. We'll sit here. I'm talking so much. I hope you all like yapping, because that is all I'm gonna do today. All I'm gonna do today is yap. I am from a village. You're so right. You know what? I think you're onto something. I think what you do, right? Harness electricity. You know, get yourself a trident, or get shocked with electricity, and boom! You're just gonna immediately have a cool witch outfit and a cool witch hat. So, I think you're onto something there. I would say plan out how you're going to do it first, but you might be onto something, and I like where it's going. And just in time, Ad Breaks has finished. Welcome everybody back from ads. Thank you for sitting with them. I appreciate it very much. As I was saying, this thing goes all the way back to April of 2020. You may have heard me talk a couple times about a server I used to play on with some of my friends called the Wonderland server, otherwise known as the Wonderland SMP. It's a name I gave it personally so that I could discuss it online. And this idea came from Season 2 of the Wonderland server. I wanted to make a giant automatic farm tower, a tower of automatic farms that could instantly give me everything I needed for trading with villagers. So we have pumpkin, melon, sugarcane, and cactus. Now I have done this design a couple different times over the years, in later seasons of Wonderland, and even in other projects I've done this design differently all over the place, but this one is special. Let me see. By the power of thunder, let's go. You know, maybe thunder is how we get gender affirming care in this in this society. Get struck by lightning and switches gender. I mean, that sounds like a win-win. You get to be a witch and you get affirming healthcare. That sounds like a win-win. All right. So yes, this specific design comes all the way back from season 2. I built it in the same style and the same shape. I just changed up the block palette, honestly. I made it look a little nicer. And it's very tall. As you can probably tell, it's meant to be tall so that it can hold as many automatic farms as it can, produce as many items as it can hold. And it is 64 blocks tall. Of course, it doesn't look nearly as tall as what it should, because part of it is in the ground. Now, why would part of it be in the ground? You know, the village is all up here, right? Wrong. This is all a cover. It's a cover story. It's a scam. It's a lie. Because the true village, where am I, is down here. This is the one and only entrance to the inside. I believe there's also this entrance, but it's blocked up because mobs could walk through it, and it was really annoying. Labs right now. I'm going storm chasing. Yeah, this I can talk about in a little bit, about the previous idea. But you can see, wait, this is the one and only entrance into the down below. That is the wider outside universe that we don't go to too much, because this is where the magic happens. You can see a couple of the villagers are in here right now because they think there's a way out, which there isn't, because they're silly and dumb. Oh wait, I never named these cats. I'll have to name them later. So I have some cats in here. I have a barrel where I hold stuff occasionally. This area used to be a lot messier and hold a lot more items, but now it looks like this. We have Toast and Jelly, we have 2 other cats, and this is only the beginning, because as you can see as we walk down this very beautiful hall, well, the staircase made the camera look really weird, we can turn our attention to the trading hall. This project took me so long. I worked on this for I think 13, 14 months, I think in total. I started at the end of 2021 and finished at the beginning of 2023. This is the trading hall in its full and built glory. It is incredible. This is where I keep all of my villagers. This is where I have them all organized by type and trade and space and all of it. It is so cool, and I'm so proud of it. And let me take you around. So obviously you can see we have a little stone pathway taking us to and from the entrance. There actually used to be an entrance up here. I don't believe I have it marked, but yeah. There used to be an alternate entrance when I was building it. But we have our first little area down here, which is... Why are you here? This is where the blacksmith and the armorer and the toolsmith work. All of them are right here. You, sir... What are you doing here? You have a whole section of it. Okay, fine. So yes, this is where like our toolsmiths, our armorers, our weaponsmiths, all of them work here, and they get us lots of iron. Yeah, that's a pretty small area, and over here is where our clerics live. There actually is a what is it called? I don't remember what it's called. There's a geode. There's actually a geode under here, which you would never know. There we go. There is, in fact, quite literally a geode right under it, which is where I got the inspiration. That it starts on the inside and kind of makes its way to the outer edges, and that's where they sleep. They sleep here. Then if we go over here, we have a more factory-ish industrial area. That's where all of our... I forget what these are called. The stonemasons. This is where all of our stonemasons work. These have all of our terracotta and glazed terracotta trades. Over here, we have our beautiful farming section. This is where all of our melon and pumpkin trades are. As you can see, this is where they are. This is where we get food sometimes. It's all in here. Actually, wait, you're not supposed to be here. But there is a like one... What is it? Yeah, there is one Fletcher over here too, which I think is funny, because we don't honestly need more than one Fletcher. So, I'll ignore the farms for now. I'll go over the farms in a second, but we have this area right here, which is like a little garden pasture area. This is where all of our shepherds and our one Fletcher live. I can trade sticks with him, I can get arrows. This is where I trade a lot of my dyes and wool. All of this goes here. Continuing on the path, it actually connects really cool here. We have... what do we have? Oh, yeah, sorry, the biggest area in here, and I think the final area in terms of where villagers work and live, is the library, or is where the librarians work. I don't exactly know what I was basing the design off of, but it's very spruce heavy. It felt right. So there's a little connecting path here, and you can see this is where we have all of our books. So we have like power, mending, aqua affinity, unbreaking, to name a couple. And that's why this area is so long, is because there is so many of them. You can see the deep slate kind of connects the paths up over here, separates it from the fountain in the middle, giving it its own little area. You can see over here, this is the bottom of the quad farm. It kind of blends in with the ceiling. I gave it like a little amethyst trim, kind of wrap around it. Thought it would look cool. And honestly, I should probably one of these days make this grass something else and make pathways leading back there, because I think that's the only thing we're missing really. And of course, the final area, at least in terms of where things are, is the storage system. This thing, I lived and breathed in here. This is where I kept all my items. This is where everything was. You can even see bubbles in the background. All of the magic happens here. All of the items that I get from my farms, they all come here. You can see iron and paper and melons and green dye and pumpkins. All of them go here. And we have extra our storage of items in here. Most of it has been moved back to the willow tree, or my base, because I actually have a storage system I can put there. But you can see this is where I keep items when I was digging it out. And a bunch of the bulk items that I didn't want to move over are still here. And yeah, that's a cool little detail. There's also a couple things over here where there's like some barrels of food, some armor that I didn't feel like bringing back, all of that. I think there's some extra diamond hose. Yes, there's some extra tools in here, all that good stuff, extra books. This is where the magic happens, and in fact you can see the last block we placed was this thing right here. It was this magical, majestic ender chest. You would not believe the amount of work it took to get this ender chest. This world is not exactly what you would call up to date all the time. It takes me a lot longer than you would think to do most basic Minecraft things. Like getting an ender chest is 8 obsidian and an eye of ender. That does not take anybody that long. But for me, where 90% of my time is building or working on projects, it took me forever and a half to get an ender chest. Thankfully, we did eventually get it, and we now have ender chests sprinkled around my different areas of my world. But yeah, My storage system is based on like a couple different islands. You can see there's the center island where the pads connect as bridges, the left island where we have armor and books and stuff, the right island where all of our blocks are, and the middle island where all of the items go from our different farms. And there is a pond down there. It catches a lot of iron golems and they get stuck, and it is very interesting. But beyond this, there's a couple things that are really cool, like the smeltery. This is the most popular video on my VODs channel. I don't know what happened to it. It blew up like there was no tomorrow. It has like 400 views on it. It's ridiculous. This is the smeltery. This is where everything gets smelted from the cactus side of the farm. They all go up in here, get sorted into 2 sections, and the automatic bamboo right here smelts it down. I spent a lot of time on this and had to spend extra time on it because the bamboo kept running out. Staring at you, I need to come and redo this farm a little bit. It doesn't look great right now, but it is working, which is the whole point of it. It's got plenty of fuel. Did I throw that? I don't know. But anyways, we have a 2 tall flower farm right here. I don't think I have sunflowers, or I ran out of sunflowers. I really don't remember. Either way, that's where I keep those. This right here, you wouldn't immediately get it because I've kind of blended into the ground, but this is a flower farm. This is... the VODs for this are ridiculously crazy to watch because I think half of them have no audio because I was dealing with things in June of 2022 and it was not fun. But if I don't break it, it should still work. It's not the greatest thing ever. It has a bunch of issues and struggles a little bit, but it does work. And that is all that matters. So you push that, it pushes all the items. Then you have to give it a little helping hand because it struggles a little bit. This was also built at a time when I was just getting slime blocks, so there actually was a version of this farm that had to do the automatic dropping of items with no sticky pistons. And that's still a wild thing to me. It was really weird to figure out. It was not fun. Then, of course, the last farm, and the one I kind of skipped over, this is my amethyst farm. I have a slab there so so the villagers don't get stuck in it. But this is where I harvest all my amethyst. It is one of my favorite places to be. I made a little course out of getting the amethyst. In fact, let's see here. So you just walk around, grab all the amethyst you want. Oops. So you start on this platform down here. Get on this slab, go up here. This is the deposit chest. Then make your way over to this one. Go up to this one. Find your way around to the last thing, preferably without falling. And let me zoom back up here. And then you have access to this one and these. You can either go from this at the top, or you can jump, go at it from here so you can get all the angles, then jump over to this one, harvest it. You can also harvest it down here, and boom. Now we have an amethyst. Why is there no text on the side? Here we go. Oops. Awesome. Cool. Amethyst deposit. Yeah, so this has an interesting story behind it, where this barrel actually used to be as you can probably tell from the platform, a budding amethyst block. But then I broke it, and then tried to get it back, and it didn't work. So I ended up just making another deposit chest. But this is one of my favorite farms. I still really like how it turned out. And that is this area. So it's a mix of villager trading and farms that I can use. I can get iron here, I can get emeralds here, I can get food here. I honestly just have to AFK, and I'm basically set for life. And the ender chest makes things so much easier. Speaking of which, I'm going to bring some of this iron back. The iron is actually really nice, and I need some of that. However, that is not the end of our journey. Oh no! This is only one of 2 big projects that we've done in this world. For there is one more. Now you probably already saw it. It's my base. It looked a lot different than it does now. If you've been around for a long time, you would know. Or I guess, take that back. There's actually 3 big projects in this world. There's the Villager Trading Hall. There's my base of operations where I live, and there is the Nether Hub. Now, if you haven't seen the Nether Hub, you're in for a treat, because my dumbass thought it would be a great idea to build it out of one of the most expensive woods to get. And let me tell you, it paid off. It paid off very, very well. It just took like 6 hours of my life. So may I present to you the Nether Hub that I built out of mangrove logs. Do you know how ridiculous that is? Don't mind the chest. This is these chests are extra materials that I do not have space for in my storage system, so I keep them locked here until I do. But that's where I used to store items when I was building this. This is the ridiculous monstrosity I like to call the Nether Hub. It connects every single portal in my world, and let me tell you, it is all made with mangrove. You don't want to know how much mangrove it took to build this. It would make you sad. However, it does work really well. The buttons and the carpet generally prevent you from going off course and from mobs from spawning. The light helps with that too, but it takes you all the way across the world. So is giving it loads in actually. Then you have a couple drops down over here. This is one of the longer tunnels, by the way. You zoom your way through here, and you end up at this place. Now what is this place? This is my Nether Fortress. This thing. Nether Hub is goated and pretty. It's true. It really is. I appreciate that though. This is the monstrosity that I call my Nether Hub. This weird mismatch of blocks in a tunnel was the pain I suffered in 2022 trying to get my items back, and ended up forcing my way into this farm and making a blaze farm. This is my blaze farm, by the way. It looks like a mess because it is a mess. I've never really cleaned it up. There's still items in here from when I spent 3 hours trying to get back here. But let me tell you, it's super nice to collect blaze rods in. They spawn in this very small area. They come down, you kill them, they drop, and you can collect their blaze rods from wherever you are. It's so nice. It took so many hours to do this, but it was worth it. So we have this farm over out in here. We also have, if we have a little bit of a view if we go over here, but we also have, if we take ourselves, is it over here? I want to say it's over here. I gotta be careful because I know I want to kill those wither skeletons, but I also don't want to be dumb. Being dumb is how I die in this world. We also have that portal up there, which was, if I remember correctly, a portal I made by accident, and then turned out to be a really useful portal. There's also lots of pathways in the trees. I get stuck here a lot. I got stuck here a lot in this world. That's kind of a common theme. I get stuck in places and have to fight my way out, and it is like pain to watch, because you get to watch me struggle for like 3 hours as I try and do something and continually lose everything, but the indomitable human spirit wins, and wins very well. This is where I farmed oak trees for for the quad farm. I farmed a lot of oak here. It was an accidental portal, but let me tell you, it was a super nice portal to have. I believe I actually visited it when I went on my grand journey across the world. Here we go. Alright. So as we make our way up, you can see there are pathways and blocks all over the place. This thing has been well traveled by me. I have been across many of its blocks many times. This, though, is the important portal. This is why we came, because this is my jungle. Or at least, back there is my jungle. Yeah! This is one of the first things I found, or I went adventuring to find in this world. As I said, it started back in 2021. My setup and me looked a lot different in 2021. The change is actually night and day. It is actually such a giant change, which you can look back on if you go to my VOD channel. I believe I can actually send that as I get attacked. If you go to my VOD channel, you can actually watch all, or actually 99% of my streams. A couple of them have been unsaved over the years for various reasons. Either something happened or I missed it or something. But for the most part, all of my streams are there, and I am going to die. Is what I would say if I wasn't goated at the game. I'm not. But I like to pretend like I am. But this is super far out. It is 1,500 blocks in one direction and 3,600 blocks in the other direction. And I did this when I was wearing iron armor on a horse. It was bad. I could not tell you why I wore iron armor for so long. It actually took until 2023 for me to consistently wear diamond armor. I kid you not. I had this world for 2 years wearing nothing but iron armor that was enchanted half of the time. And the only reason I enchanted it was so I could win the Ender Dragon fight. That was the only reason. I was wearing unenchanted iron armor and using like iron tools, occasionally a diamond tool if I was feeling lucky, for like 2 years. It's rough. It was rough out there. I fought the fight. I fought the fight. I lived the war. I did the grind in this world. I did it very, very slowly. So progress didn't start picking up in this world until last year, like genuinely. Things were very slow and took a lot of time. That's just kind of how it works in this place. But that makes it really fun, because then I get to slowly build things. But you can imagine doing this on horseback was crazy, especially in unenchanted iron armor. And it was still 2021. I was only a couple months into this world, but I needed jungle for some reason. I don't actually remember why. Actually, you know what? I do remember why. Bamboo. I wanted to get bamboo for a bamboo farm. Because it's a really good fuel source. Or it was at the time. Still is, but now you can make, obviously, bamboo blocks with it. But at the time, all you could do was make bamboo, and it was a really good fuel source. So I wanted to make a bamboo farm. Unfortunately, I need to find a jungle for that. So I found a jungle. I literally went out super far on a horseback, on water, in boat, and I found a jungle. And that's how I got here. And then I made this portal. And let me tell you, getting back home from this portal was actually half of a nightmare. Half of the nightmare was getting here. The other half of the nightmare was getting back. Holy cow, you would not believe the journey I had to do just to get back and forth in this world. It was actually painful and was a struggle and a half. Anyways. Oh, gosh. Okay, we're just going to ignore that. We're going to ignore that. That didn't exist. Nobody saw anything. Trust me. Oh, this is actually fun. You're all going to love this. So, because the Nether Hub is so much lower than the... Or because the Nether Hub is so much higher than the Nether Fortress. There we go. I know what I'm talking about. I made little jumps so that you could get up and down. You just gotta time it right. There we go. You gotta back up for a little bit and then do that. The trapdoors don't do a whole lot when you're in a boat. It's mainly to jump up when you're just walking across the Nether Hub. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. So you can see I made so much glass. A ridiculous amount of glass was used in this project. And this is what it was all used for. A giant pathway. That's the farm. No, that's the trading hall. This over here. There we go. There's the corner. I'm hoping I can fix a lot of these lag issues soon. But for now, it's what we're working with. Oops, I totally missed past it. This one right here is the base portal. It's kind of why it's got some extra details on it. This here... No, I did not want to do that. I'm going to throw ice boats. Come on, yes! Ads have started. Alright, we'll sit through ads. Can anybody guess what this portal's gonna be? Give me your best shot. I want to see what you think this very unlabeled portal is going to lead to. I know it's gonna rack your brains, but I believe one of you can do it. And we can just chill here for a second while we wait for ads to finish up. Ripley's gone live. And ads are finishing up. Alright everybody, welcome back from ads. So, were you able to guess it? I know. Hard thing to figure out. I'll actually leave the boat here. But this is our desert portal. This is where you get sand. I've actually mined out quite a sizable amount of sand. As you can probably guess, it took a lot A lot of sand. So much glass. So much sand for the nether hub. So that's where like 80% of the glass went. I know I've used a bunch of it in other places. It's also just nice to have sand when I need to smelt things. It's got its own bed. If you're really curious about where this is in relation to other things, that way, if you fly that way, you can find my base. It is literally like right across the ocean. But it's nice to have a way to just run over to it if I need something for it. Alright, back in the boat. Now if we go over here... Yeah. I know what I'm talking about. Come on. There we go. You'll see more chests of basalt. I have so much basalt. I will never, ever need basalt again in this world. I mined so much of it. An ungodly amount of it. It is still loading in, right? Yes. And here we have our end portal. I won't actually go through it because I don't want to go to the end right now. But there, we do have an end portal. And it does have an Enderman farm and everything. It's very cool. Oh, perfect. Now I can actually use the thing for the most part. And now if we go the other way, I think there's only one portal left to go before we go back. We have... Ooh, we have the Mesa portal. I have a Mesa, like, also across the ocean. And it is very useful for getting lots of terracotta. So this is where I get it. This actually used to be a small oak forest. I ate the small oak forest. There is no longer a small oak forest here. It was tasty. I believe the area where I mine is over here. I think I've just been digging a single place out, if I remember correctly. Yeah, here it is. Is there another one? Yeah, wait, didn't I? Oh yeah, there's also a little bits that I've mined here. I guess this immediately goes against my one area unified digging. I believe... Yeah, I definitely mined out that. And that. Was I trying to get different colors? I think so. Then didn't I mine some out up here, or was that another world? No, it wasn't. It was another world, okay. So yeah, this is where I get my terracotta. It's very cool. And as I said, it's right across the ocean from my base, so it was a useful one to have because I did not know this existed for a long time. Cool. Boom. Now we're gonna slowly drift our way. Oh, I missed it. Over to, boom, the final location of today, where we're going to be spending the rest of the stream, right here, my base portal. You can see there's a little bit of decoration. I got some leaves here, representing the tree. Whew, so much explaining today. And this is my base. It's a little half finished right now. We're actually in the process of building up the base right now. You can see I built a portal, a waterfall. There's a couple farms dotted around. There's, well, you know, my base right here. There's also a couple things over there, a couple farms, and my storage silo, or my storage cellar. And that is where we will continue after I take a short break because I've been talking a lot and I want to stop talking for a second. So I'm going to show you this little path that I built into the tree. This is actually how you get into the tree. It's one of my favorite paths I've ever built in this world. Thank you. Then we're going to do some little bit of a water elevator up to the top. Thank you. And we're going to sit here. And I am going to switch over to the BRB screen for a second. I'm going to take a drink of water, relax, and then I will continue explaining after this. So I'll be right back. Alright, let's continue on our journey. Thankfully, the base is a much smaller area to cover. There's only a couple notable areas of worth. Most of it is in eyesight distance, so you can actually see most of it pretty easily. I almost forgot to have chat up. There we go. Okay. Boom. Alright, so this is the Willow Treehouse. It is my treehouse, it is my base, and I spent a good, oh gosh, what was it, like 4 months building it? 5? 6? No, it was 6 months. I spent 6 months building this tree. It took, I don't even know. Like, I built this tree, and I still think it's crazy. I know how I built it, because I built it, but I am still so unfathomably proud of this tree. But yeah, I built a giant 70-block tree, and is my treehouse. That's where I live now. You can see I have a copper rod. Is it just a rod? A lightning rod. I have a lightning rod up there to stop the tree from getting set on fire because I don't want to risk it. It's the tallest thing around, and I don't want it to get on fire. This is actually the burrow where we keep all of our funny items that we get names from. I need to set up the polling things that we can have different items get pulled off, or not pulled off, so that we can add items to it under a poll at the end of every stream. I don't have that set up today, but I do want to have that in the future to where it can just be like, alright, end of connection point stream, and then we'll raffle off like the ability to name an item and get it put in the barrel, and we'll start collecting a bunch of items. We actually have Scotty right here. That is Noodles' dog. And then we have the different levels. Oh, okay. Wait. You shouldn't be able to place blocks. I wonder if the Enderman griefing thing, the Enderman griefing data pack isn't working, but there are actually levels to the treehouse. There's the top. This is the second level. The third level, where I keep all of my furnaces. I have used these quite a lot to smelt items and food and things. I have a lot of coal. I get good use out of it. The first level, or fifth, fourth, third, second, the second level, which connects into the storage cellar, right here, boom, and the first level, where you actually get into the treehouse. There's the path in from the main base, and there's also the path over here, which connects over to the farms and this side of the area. There's a couple things over here. Then there's one more floor, or two more floors. There's the upper basement with the Tree of Time, and the lower basement, which is the, you know, actual bottom of the base. This is, so there's like 7, 8 levels in this thing. There's 2 down here and like 5 up there. It's a lot. There's a lot of things down here. So I guess I can start from the bottom. It would probably be the easiest. This is the Tree of Time. It is a tree I built a couple of years ago, and it is what I use to store all of my memories in this world. Every time I hit an achievement or milestone for one of my channels, I put it on this tree, and I built it bigger so that I could store as many as I needed to. Every one of these signs is a goal I accomplished at some point since I started this world. And you can see when I first started this world back in June 10th, I didn't even have 50 follows. I started this world with less than 50, and on July 27th, 2021, I had 50 follows. Now, why this tree specifically, right? Like, in the future, I would have a treehouse base. I had one that was much smaller, and then I rebuilt it into this. There's whole areas in my base. Like, why would I put this super important Tree of Time in the middle of nowhere right here? That is because this tree is a very, very special tree. This is the tree I settle under at the end of my first stream. My first stream of Connection Point, if you go back and watch it, I made my first little base of operations right here. Bed, furnace, crafting table, a chest. I think there was a couple other items there too. It was under this tree. This is where Connection Point started at the end of the first stream. And that is why I wanted to turn it into the Tree of Time. It is why it has stood the test of time when I've taken down so many of the other trees in this area. It is very important to me. And as you go down the list, you can see all of the things I've accomplished in the last 3.5 years. Which is kind of crazy to think about. But we can go over that in a second. Over here we have my sugarcane coastline, we have my farms. These used to look a lot different, but I rebuilt them at the end of last year, and they can do this. Yeah, we got automatic farms. Let me tell you, probably not the craziest thing you've ever seen, but to me, that was a revolution. I did not used to have automatic farms. They were half automatic because they were broken and the redstone did not work. Which is why I rebuilt them, so that they could actually have redstone capabilities and function normally. Which took a while, but it is something I am still really proud of, and that is where the base ended up last year. This was the final project I worked on in 2023. Was this one right here. I gotta replant the farm. Okay, cool. Now that we've replanted the farm, my inventory is a mess. But you can see there's one for carrots, there's one for wheat, and there's even one for beetroot. So if I ever need crops, I have fully automatic crop harvesting and manual crop placing. Over here, after I put away some of these items, that sucked a little bit, honestly. There we go. There we go. Okay, items have been placed down. Over here, we have a little stones to hop across the river, and this is my mine. This goes all the way down to -56. It starts at stone, it starts at stone, goes into cobble, deep slate, and then ends at y equals 11. Because you gotta remember, this world started when 1.17 came out. 1.17 came out June 9th, I think. It came out like the day before this world started. Because I tried in another world, I didn't like the world, and then I kept going. And decided to make another world, and that's how we got here. That's Connection Point. So, Y11 was where the world started. And you can see this is my original mine. This is where I did things, and this is how it looks now. Which is pretty crazy. There's little clumps of deep slate at the bottom of the world. That's just how deep slate used to spawn in 1.17, so that you could actually get deep slate. You could actually go into this mine, which I don't know if that's intentional or not. I might have just not fixed that. Yeah, so you can see the original mine, and then you can see where I decided to make a mine at like Y4, which is, or Y0, which is where this mine is. See if like diamonds or anything changed. This is actually where I keep items when I'm going up and down a lot. And then we get the second half of the mine, which goes to deep slate bricks, down to deep slate tiles, all the way to Blackstone. This is where I do like deep slate and moss mining. That's how I get a lot of those resources. And this is my new mine. This is where I mine in Y56. Yeah. And these are the mines that I do now. It's pretty cool. I expanded this last year, I want to say. Maybe this year? It might have been this year that I fully decorated this, because it was just a single line down and it did not look good. But this mine was actually the first project I ever worked on. The one that goes from up here to Y11. There's a lot of things I could talk about in this world. But if we continue over here, we'll get into the Tree of Time in a second. I'll like read off all of the things over there. But we have the first 150 people that ever followed my Twitch channel. This was actually a goal that I had when I hit 150, was that once I hit 150, I would put everybody's names on signs, and that is what this hallway is. This is everybody who was following and subscribed to my channel when I hit 150. And there's a lot of names on here. And you can even see some that have been highlighted because some of those people obviously still follow my channel and still watch. So you can see people like Skelly and Jade, Kiri, Rain, Sam, Marco, Raven, Noodle, and Cool. A lot of these people still watch me and still do stuff, or have afterwards, and so I gave them the opportunity to put their names and have a quote with it. And that was the cool thing. And so a couple of these people still watch to this day. I mean, Jade and Kiri and Skelly, obviously they were here like yesterday or a couple days ago, which is, obviously Raven's still here, obviously. But yeah, and then these were the people that was following at the time: Static, Brandon, Jade, Luke, Rain, and Kiri. I think it was like gift subs from Jade. Obviously this is the pathway up and down. This is a hallway that I plan to expand at some point, but don't exactly remember what I'm going to do with it. And this is the map hall. This is the beginnings of the map hall, at least. This is what my areas looked like in 2022. This is when I started making maps. You can see this is what the tree looked like when it was first made. It was very, very, very small. You can see the little... I don't know how to point to it. Here we go. You can see the little hill with the tree farm. On my tree farm, you can see a lot of this is probably not going to be recognizable now, but that's what the farms looked like. This is how small the tree was at the time. This is what my old storage system used to look like. I kid you not, it was all of my chests in a field surrounded by regular tough blocks. It did not look great. It was rough. It was a struggle. I believe that was my old pumpkin farm too. And then this is what the area at the village looked like. Most of it was done by 2022, so it actually looks pretty much the same. But if we go to 2023, you can immediately see how much the farms have changed, the areas changed, the lands changed. This is now its own farm. The tree is massive, takes up the whole thing. And that's how big my storage system is now. So very, very cool. The change is huge. And then also you can see this is what the field of flags looked like before I took it down. It was, at least I thought that was 6 flags. But it was 5 flags here, and then it became 1, 2, 3, it became 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then it went from 5 to 12. And obviously the butterfly, you can see it a little easily now. And this is going to be expanded this year when we finish up, which I'm very excited to do. So now before we get into all of the signs, because there's a lot, I want to show you one of the projects we've finished recently. I'd say recently in terms of the world. One of the projects we completed before I left for break, which was the abandoned sewer tunnel. This is one of my favorite projects ever, because it fits exactly the vibe I wanted to give. I wanted there to be just enough light that nothing could spawn, yet barely any, but only barely. I wanted it to be just enough that things wouldn't spawn and that you could see, but not enough that it was light and it was bright and it filled up the world. I wanted it to be hard to see, and I think I accomplished that pretty well. Like, you can barely tell that the floor is literally right here. It is 4 blocks under. It is actually not that deep of a tunnel, but like I decided to make it look like a sewer tunnel. They're really big. They're really dark. They look really industrial. The pathways are kind of like suspended over the water level. You know, the water kind of disappears behind the grates into other places. And while that happens, ads have started, so we're gonna chill here for a second. So how's everybody's day going? What have you all been up to? I honestly might just today honestly might just be a like world tour day. I might not do anything. At least anything major. I think just having the ability to like go through the world and everything, I think that might just be its stream itself. Today might be a little shorter, I think. And ads should be finishing up soonish. There we go. It's like clockwork. Alright, ads should be finishing up. Thank you everybody for seeing through ads. Hope they went well. And oh yeah, how is stream going? For anybody who's watching, has stream quality been good? Has the stream rate, has there been any like lag spikes or anything? Just curious. While that's happening, this was actually all for aesthetic purpose. As you could probably tell with a lot of my builds, a lot of them are built with form first, function second. Or like the function is put in a place and then form is built to make it connect into the world. That's how a lot of it worked. Like I built my original base completely functionally, you know, with some form attached to make it look like a big tree. But then I wanted to add form onto it, and then built the function inside of it. So this whole tunnel, the whole reason I made this giant, dimly lit sewer tunnel under my base was because of this. Because I found a skeleton spawner, and I wanted a cool way to get to and from it. So I have a way to automatically get bones, bone meal, and arrows off of this right here. They fall, die on magma blocks, and then I get the drops like that. I do need to do this in a little bit of a better way, and I think I might know how, but for now, this is how it works. And this tunnel was built afterwards, because I thought it'd be really cool to have a giant tunnel sewer like that. So yeah, there is that. This is also a really cool trick that I only recently remembered that I did. Where did the third one go? Oop, give me 1 second. Alright, there we go. Sorry about that. Had to help my family out with something. I have no idea where those went, which is really dumb. I now have to go replace it. I don't even know how that happened. You see, that can happen. No, it's a lost cause. Well, at least we... Oh my gosh, it was behind. Okay, none of you saw any of that. Nobody saw anything. Trust, nothing happened. Anyways, the stairs are there, or the walls are there, so you just go up. Because there is no half slab in Moss, so I made it myself. Yeah, this is the tree of time. I could actually start with showing you the upper level. Since this was the bottom level, this is the staircase, and this is the upper level. Mostly just an easier way to view some of these things as we've inevitably grown from the bottom. It would be easier to just work from the bottom, but we'll also be able to see farther up this way. In fact, we might have to get on the tree just to see the top one. As you can probably guess, the first two up there are really hard to see. So we'll just go from the top and work our way down. It was a really fun idea to make a staircase and have the staircase of the basement staircase of one tree go into another tree. I just thought that was cool. So yes, on July 27, 2021, I reached 50 followers. I hit affiliate, or had the ability to unlock affiliate, on September 22nd. I hit my first year of Twitch on December 22nd. So that was all the 2021, and then for 2022, we have 100 followers on January 5th or something. It was really soon after I started, maybe January 3rd. I enabled affiliate on April 24th. I had a year of connection point, June 10th. I had, let's see. Oh no. I had the 100 followers, then I had 5 years of YouTube, then I enabled affiliate, then I got my year of connection point in, then I hit 150 followers, yes. Then I reached 100 videos on YouTube. That number has fluctuated a little bit around, especially in the last couple of years. I have actually gone back and watched through all of my old videos, so a lot of those videos have been privated and stuff. Then I reached the finale of my Celeste playthrough. For those who don't know, I actually started my weekly playthroughs, or my weekly gaming series, back in 2022 in June. So a year after I started Connection Point, I started doing the weekly gaming series. My first one was Celeste, my second one was Hollow Knight, my third one was Stray, and now my fourth one was Gris, and now my fifth one is Neva. I think. There's been a couple others that have been in like single streams, but that should be the majority of it. So I reached the finale of Celeste on September 2nd. That was when I made the video for the finale, and then I reached 100 subs on YouTube October 8th. Then if we go down to the next level, if I don't fall, this tree is a little bit cumbersome to climb up, though to be fair, it was not made to be climbed up. It was made to look nice. So then we have my first hour-long film. I made a video that was almost 2 hours long, an hour and 48 minutes. So we had that. 2 years of Twitch, 100 streams of Connection Point, and then we had, and that was all of 2022. I hit 100 streams on December 31st, on New Year's Eve. That was the stream we fought the Ender Dragon on. Then we get to 2023. 6 years of YouTube on March 11th. Then we have 200 followers on May 15th. We have 2 years of Connection Point. The day I finished the Willow Treehouse. My 3D VTuber debut stream on August 7th. We have 150 streams on September 15th. 250 followers on October 16th. Go down. We have, and then we have the finale of Hollow Knight on November 25th. That was the day I posted the final video. And then 3 years of Twitch on December 22nd, 2023. Then we have 2024, which is not a lot, but it's just this right here. 7 years of YouTube, 200 streams on March 15th, 300 followers on the same day, and then 3 years of Connection Point on June 10th. And I don't think we actually have anything to add to that. I could check. We might be able to do 150. Oh, I just opened up Chrome. Anyways. There might be a potential chance that I can add 150 videos to this board. There is. My last video was actually my 150th. So, you all get to see something very cool. You get to see me add a sign to the tree. I actually haven't added a sign in a while. As you can tell, I haven't added one since June. So this is very exciting. What color do I use for videos? Oh, I think that one's wrong button. 100 streams. 100 videos, gotta be that one, right? Red. Awesome. Okay, cool. We're using red. So yeah, like I was saying earlier, obviously, of course, I have uploaded more than 50 videos in the last 2 years since I hit 100 videos. But I ended up privating a bunch of unlisting a bunch of my older videos. Just because there was a couple of them that I wanted to clean up and I wanted to make the channel look a little nicer. So I think I unlisted maybe about 10 or so, maybe 15. And also mixing in shorts, there's been quite a few. So yeah, less that I haven't done things, and more that just I ended up setting myself back a little bit in terms of the public count. And now my dog's a bird. Oh boy, this stream is a mess. I'm kind of surprised it's still running. We do seem to still be running though, so that is good. Jules here. She's here and very happy. Alright, let's continue. So we need a sign. Do we have any glow ink left? I do. Oh, okay. I just didn't bring any for some reason. Or didn't bring enough. That makes sense. I just probably didn't travel enough back. I hope it's Oak Signs. I do hope it's Oak Signs. It is. Oh, videos is yellow. Oh. Well, okay, well, that's not that hard. Thankfully, we have yellow. And bam. Awesome. Okay. Switch that out. Put just one. Cool. Now let's go do things. Now where should I put it? I suppose here would be the best. $150 video, no, videos on where's the down key? Thank you, Joel. YouTube. Joel's laying in front of the keyboard, so I am a little blind as to what the keys are doing right now. And that was 10:31. 24. Bam. There we go. And now we have a second yellow. Yeah, from all the way up there to all the way down here. So we now have 5 achievements this year. That's really cool. Alright. So yeah, that's all the achievements I've listed. Obviously there's so much room to continue, and I do plan on continuing. That's kind of my goal, is that as I reach new milestones, whenever I do stream Connection Point, I can just add to it. And it'll be a really nice way of keeping up with how everything goes. So obviously that's the bottom 2 levels that you saw. The above levels are mostly empty except this, but obviously we have the main level. Not the main level. We have this level, which is my storage cellar. It's actually got flying in. It's got open windows, so I can fly in from other parts of my base. And this is the storage cellar. This thing is massive. It's got so many references to other things, and how I built it. And yeah, so obviously the biggest reference is this mushroom. This is from before, like, all of your time. There is maybe like 2 people who are around now, maybe 1. And would you look at that? That person made it. Welcome in, Jade. It's really nice to see you. This mushroom is from a time long gone when I was still in, I think it was still 2021, maybe even early 2022 when I did this. I ended up making a mushroom, or growing a mushroom behind my storage system to test something out that a viewer was talking about. I think it was like, can a mushroom grow in water or something? And it didn't work out, but I ended up growing the mushroom anyways. And the mushroom sat there for the whole time, and I wanted to make it a more visual part of my base, as a little commemoration of how long it stood there and like what it represented of that person who came in just for one day and asked a question. And so that's what this is. It's a centerpiece of my base. And now there's little pools of water. All of my all my workstations are around here. There's crafting tables, my ender chest, everything is here. This is my sword, Iron Will. Iron Will went through hell. For everybody who doesn't know, Iron Will was the sword I used for a long, long time before I moved over to Netherite, or Diamond, and then eventually Netherite. And even once I had started moving over to Netherite, or Diamond and Netherite, I still kept my Iron Sword, Iron Will, for a long, long time. If I remember correctly, Iron Will was the sword I used when I was first making the Blaze Farm. Those 3 hours that I said that I went running back and forth trying to build it so that I wouldn't constantly die and lose my stuff. Yeah, that Blaze Farm that we kind of just casually went to when I was showing off the Nether Hub. I made Iron Will to deal with that. At least I believe so. It's either that or it was the sword I used to fight the dragon. I don't exactly remember, but I feel like it was the Blaze Farm. Either way, it was, you know, in the later recesses of 2021, the second half of the year, or 2022, and it was the best sword I ever had. And as I can show you, it's really well enchanted for a sword. It's got sharpness, sweeping, fire, knockback. It's got all the goods and enchants. Because that was what it was supposed to be. It was just supposed to be a sword, and it was the sword I used for everything. And with Sharp 5, even an iron sword it can hold its own pretty well. So even when I started upgrading from iron to diamond and then netherite, I still kept my sword for a long time. And then eventually I moved over. I wanted to make sure I had the enchants, the levels. I had completed all of my other armor and things, and then I would move over to a netherite sword. And I finally did that this year, and I switched from Iron Will to Molten Menagerie. And this is my netherite sword now. It's a beast, as netherite swords are. We're going into an ad break, everybody. So I'm just gonna make loops. I'll make loops around my storage system while we wait. So how has your day been, Jade? How are you doing? Rip ads. Who needs ads? Wait, can I swim now? I can. Ooh. And the ad break is finishing. Welcome everybody back from ads. Super nice to have you. As we were discussing, I held on to Iron Will for a long time until I felt ready to move over. And then I made Molten Menagerie, the beast of a netherite sword that I have now. And I have officially moved all of my stuff over to netherite. I don't have any trims on my armor yet. I do have a couple I've collected. Wow, I actually have more than I thought I did. There's still so many more that I haven't found, but I have actually been collecting trims. So, yeah, so obviously the mushroom is a commemoration of a really old event that I thought was super nice, and I made it a central part of my base. Iron Will obviously stands the test of time. And that is Neko's birthday. If you don't know, Neko Badamochi is a friend of mine, and I thought it'd be really cute to add a sign of her birthday onto here, because we were finishing something up in the world. And so there's So there's some of that, and I do plan on adding a couple others here and there, like as we need them, as I find time to just have some fun with it. Then other signs may appear, but for now we have that. Cool. Where's my shears? I need to snip that so it doesn't grow anymore. Thank you. And then we can place it back. So anyways, off of the little commemoration, the workstation area, you can see we have moss, we have these big open windows. It's very open, very bright, very vibrant during the day, but also has enough light that it's illuminated during the night. Then we have these really cute pools of water, and you've probably seen some of the storage as I've been walking around, but we have all of my valuables over here. We have redstone, potions, valuables, enchanted, like nether ores and copper. I have so much quartz that I don't even know what to do with it. I totally forgot I got Bad Omen. I don't know when I did that. But like, I have a decent amount of diamonds. I have so much coal. You would not believe the amount of coal I have. This is where I keep like wood, blocks, food. You'll see these bigger groups for large amounts. So like Blackstone and Deep Slate have their own chests, and also their chests for all of their variants up here. Then you have like the terracottas, the blocks, the miscellaneous, the glass, the woods. I have so much oak wood. But we have all the nether woods. We have the miscellaneous here, the scaffolding. You move over here and you get into a lot of the wools and dyes and flowers and nature and blocks you find in nature and raw foods and leaves and seeds and saplings, and you just get all kinds of things in here. I have so much mangrove leaves. This is what happens when you spend like 4 hours combined mining mangrove. But you get a lot of these items. Oh, that's my bamboo chest. But then we have tuff, moss, ice, all different kinds of things. Lots of mud. Mud's really nice to have. Wood. This is where I keep all my dyes. You move over here and you get into some of the interesting categories, like music discs. This is where I keep my music discs. This is where I keep my pottery sherds. You have you have my maps, my passive and hostile mob drops, ender pearls, and ink sacs getting their own place because those are useful for other things. You have tools. You have alternative tools. You have useful items. All of my other weapons, armor, so many elytras, horse armor, all my armor trims. Then you have like my amethyst, my guardian temples, so much nether items over here. You have the inn chest. You have concrete and sand and gravel, and then you get into the bulk items. The 3 stone variants, and then you have all the stone and cobblestone and dirt and all the grass, and that, I forgot how much rooted dirt I have. And that is my storage system. It's not perfect by any means. I will almost definitely have to use some of my shulkers as we get more and more items to start compacting things down. Like, what am I going to do with this much grass? I don't know. We're going to need some big projects to start moving stuff around. But for now, it's what we have, and I'm so happy with it. And this is also a block that I probably need to remove at some point. I feel like 3 months is enough time, don't you think, Jade? I feel like it's been here for enough time that I can safely remove it. But to be fair, the final call is up to you, so... Still sick somehow. Oh, I totally missed your last message. Yeah, you should be good. All right. I think I think 3 months should just be enough time. I think we just did it. Boom. If you kept it. Well, I think it did. I think it did a good job. I think it did a good job. Yeah. And beyond that, that is most of the new base. As you can see, we've been through this tunnel before. Really proud of the tunnel. I will probably be making more of this pathway as we go around. Sheep farm needs to be redone. Cow farm, one of the first farms I built. Super smelter. I made this when I went on a ridiculous mining session, and I kept it stocked for if I ever do one again. Tree farming area over there. You can see that's where I farm mangrove logs. This is where I farm snow with my little guy over here. We have horse stables. These are my horses from over the years. I had 3 of them. One was actually left around from, 2021, and I only recently found her. Oasis is the horse I used when I went on my journey to find a jungle. That's right. The horse I used to find a jungle, I kind of mentioned when we went to the jungle through the portal. I didn't travel the whole way on horse because there's a bunch of rivers. So I inevitably left my horse and then left her at a village and then just continued on and completely forgot she was there. Which is ridiculous. That I even found her again. And how I ended up finding the village was completely funny. I ended up going on this massive, like, multi-thousand block adventure in all the cardinal directions looking for a mangrove forest. And I ended up refinding the desert village where I left my horse 3 years ago. And now, her name is Oasis, and she has her own horse stall. Then I also had 2 other horses, which I named Elfin Gold and Balna. Welcome back, Raven. Raven can tell you all about those. They were inspired by a couple of Raven's Sonas from a couple years ago, and I thought it was a really cute callback to somebody that means a lot to me. Then, of course, we have our portal. We have this really pretty waterfall that I made a couple months ago. I need to get my trident back. It has a sort of gradient. It's an interesting gradient. It goes from really light with like calcite, stone, and clay, and then you move down, and then it moves into cobblestone and mossy cobble, tough, and then deep slate. This will eventually be a staircase once we get like this design figured out, how we want to work with it. You got a bunch of pathways. There's going to be a what's it thank you. I do need the hydrate and the stretch. Welcome back, Tessu. It's very, very nice to see you. Holy cow, my brain is faltering a little bit. And the posture check. I'll do it. I'll take it. Ooh. I forget how much my chair leans back sometimes, and I got worried. And there we go. Cool. So as you can see, I've started digging. Raven! You. Thank you so much for the gift sub to Tessu. That's really, really, really sweet of you. Thank you very, very much, Raven. I love you. So this is going to be a pathway. You can see the start, or you can see the plans I have. You got pathways going around here, up here. There's spots for different farms and points of interest. We're going to have a pathway that kind of goes into the mountain and goes behind the waterfall. That's actually going to be our next stream. which is where I'm going to kind of dig that out and then put farms there so we can have automatic food come out of it. Thought that'd be cool. If you go over here, there's not a whole lot right now. This goes up to the automatic tree farm I have. It only works on oak and is like semi-automatic, but if you get it right, it does work. This thing is really, really old and does still work, honestly. Holy cow, it's got bone meal. That's a ridiculous amount of bone meal. Gonna have to even it out. Here comes 300. Raven. Honey. No. No. I mean, I know you wouldn't, but also, I'm staring at you. I'm perceiving you. That, my friends, is an old memory. That was actually where my portal used to be before I moved it. It was a ruined portal that I made into my portal, and it was a hassle every time I tried to get to it. And then I was like, wait, why am I going all this way when I can literally just move the portal closer? And then it ended up working. Daku! Oh my gosh, wait, hi Daku. Hi, how are you doing? Hi. We're doing a world tour of my long-term survival world. I thought that'd be a fun way to get back into doing weekly streams of it. So we're going around. Perception check needs to be rolled. Raven, you wait, you. I'm gonna get you. Eating so much peach candles. Do you mean cobbler? Please don't tell me you're eating peach flavored candles or peach scented candles. Why are you eating peach candles, Daku? But Raven, thank you very, very much for the gift sub to Daku. That's really, really sweet of you. But yeah, that was my old portal. Then I moved it closer because I thought it was actually smarter to do that. Then we have this really pretty bridge I built I built at the beginning of this year. I had a really fun idea for a bamboo bridge. It's got little leaf supports and everything, and it goes over to my bamboo farm, which was actually fully. Holy cow! I'm gonna need to compress some of this. Oh my gosh, it's been working like crazy. We actually have to compress it. We've actually run out of space. There we go. I'm more like ran out of space in my inventory. Oh my gosh. This management is terrible. Oh, it's right in front of me. Okay. I'm gonna leave those in there for now. I can compress the rest of this later. Oh, peach rings. That makes so much more sense. I was like, what do you mean peach candles? Please don't tell me you're eating candles. Peach rings, I want something like one of top tier candies. I now know something about you that I didn't know before. Someone agrees. Social peach rings and peach favorite candy. You're making me want to play Minecraft more. Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Dude, candy's good texture, good chomp. I can't argue with that. Candles are good texture. So yeah, this farm is actually really old. As I said, I went on that jungle adventure back in 2021. So this farm has been kind of quietly chugging in the background for like 3 years now, and all the decoration for it too. But a lot of the bamboo around it I added with the bridge. I thought it'd be a really cute way to kind of tie this area together with some alive bamboo and some dried out bamboo. Yeah, that's right. Bamboo fences, they're dried out bamboo stalks. Or just yellow ones. They're just different colors. I'm a genius. I totally got it from someone else. I think I was watching a Grian video, and I saw it and I was like, oh my gosh, wait, they do totally look like bamboo sticks, but yellow. That's perfect. But I don't play it unless with friends. Last time I played, I built a tavern. That is so fair. Full point blank, when I first got Minecraft 8 years ago, in 2016, I loved playing with friends. It was one of my favorite ways of playing, but I also had a couple survival worlds that I played on and off. But none of them really stuck. And when I started streaming at the very, very end of 2020, I was like, okay, I want to do a survival world, and I want to have it last a long time. I watch people who do that, and I think it's really, really cool. So what better way to give myself a reason and like a way to play survival in single player than by streaming it? And that is how Connection Point came to be. I loaded up a world the day after 1.17 released, and this is what we got. And now we have this little area. This bridge is one of my favorite. I really like bamboo. I think bamboo trapdoors are one of the greatest things we've ever been given in this game. Bamboo trapdoors are actually the GOAT, and if you disagree with me, pew pew. Where's my bow? I'm gonna shoot you. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Go on. Admit that bamboo trapdoor is the best trapdoor. Go on. I'm waiting. No, it's okay. We can sit here. We can wait. I can wait all day. Go on. I know you got it in you. Wait, let me zoom in more. I'm not playing around. Go on. Say it. Say bamboo trapdoors are the best trapdoor. Well, that's it. I totally agree with that take, though. Dark oak trapdoors do look like chocolate. I shot the arrow into the leaves. I was kind of hoping I would. Can I get it? Can I get it? Can I get it? Yes. Dark oak chocolate bar door. Let's see. What else have I not talked about? I think this is the last thing. Is this area over here? So, not really a history lesson, but I guess it kind of is. This area is a little coastline. Obviously. With all the water next to the land, obviously it's a coastline. I know nobody's shocked by that. But it's always kind of been inset and separated from the rest of the world. As you can tell, the water kind of goes around this little island right here. But this wasn't always an island. See, that side where the structure is now used to just be a full thing of land. I had to physically separate it myself, and it was like a poor waterway for a really, really long time. And it didn't do much, so I decided to make it better. Obviously, this way is pretty closed off, but if I ever want to head off, I can swim past, go over here, but now there is an actual divider or connector. You know, there is a connection point between this water and the water out there, so I can actually just boat through, and there's all of these really pretty glow berries along the wall to keep it lit up. Yeah, and I really like it. I think I need to do a little bit more blending here and there, but for the most part, it's good. There's also, you can see little hints of the tunnel. It's right there. That was the old entrance into the, Oh, give me a second. Somebody's trying to play with fire. Somebody's trying to catch some hands. Go on. Oh. Maybe I'm catching hands. I think I'm losing. Swim where you can't see me. Swim where you can't see me. Swim where you can't see me. Ooh. Where'd he? Well, that was stupid. I one-shot him. And I didn't get nothing. That's fine. But you can see, this is where the tunnel is. I need to do some outward terraforming to make sure it works. Because you can just see the tunnel. It is very clearly not there. But that is not the only thing. Obviously, we have the tunnel. But what does the tunnel connect to? You know, there's not much use having a connector to the outside if there's nothing to connect it to in the outside. So, I made a tunnel. I made a series of buoys chained to the ground in various lengths to make a pathway over to my mob farm. Now, this mob farm is a project I worked on and off for 2 years. I started in 2021, made some progress on it in 2022, and then fully decorated it in 2023. And that is how we got to today. And in fact, I think the copper is almost all done aging. This is kind of like an ongoing joke that every time I come over here, the copper gets a little bit more time to age. And it's just been slowly aging every time I come over here. It's got its own bed. This is where I get a lot of my mob materials. I think that was a creeper. Yeah. It's very slow, and I need to make a new one. But this thing has carried me through so much. This is where I got my gunpowder, bones, arrows for a long, long time. And you can even see little hints of decorations. Like I added floating like flower patches or floating flower beds with the peonies, and there's the underlying current of like just a regular cobblestone mob farm, but decorated with little support beams and dirt that's hanging off the edge and a full like leaves and everything. It took a long time to actually get around to finishing it, but I am so proud of what I did. I love it. There's still no official way up to the top. I should build that at some point, but for now it is literally just this. It's just scaffolding behind the farm. You can see more of the actual structure there. I have decorated the outside quite a bit to kind of soften the edges of what it is. And there's a little campfire up here. There's a little campfire, we can sing stories, there's got little chairs, and if you go inside the top, there's some room, and this is my vine farm. I think there's some, nope. This is where my enchanting setup is. I need to move it into my base at some point, because it's just been up here for like 3 years, and I need to move it. But this is where I get all my vines. It's literally just a cobblestone wall covered in vines. And that's how I harvest all my vines. It's very useful for getting mossy cobblestone. And I mean, I think other than that, that's it. I ended up making all these buoys this year. It took more time than I would like to admit to figure out how the path would look, to make them both slightly offset but also curve. I do not want to talk about how many times I had to rebuild and shape the paths. It's so long, you don't want to know. It actually took multiple streams, and it was very, very boring to watch. But other than that, I think I need to get my boat back. You know what, I'll use a rocket for today. We can spare a rocket. Yeah, I need to make a creeper farm desperately. I live off of like single rockets everywhere. But that is my base. Oh, that's actually my glowing farm. I think I forgot to mention that. But this is my base. It's still learning, it's still growing. There's plenty of expansion and building left to do, which is what I hope to do for the rest of this year and into next year. And I think that means we can finally talk about the board. So, for all of you here who have been around with Connection Point for a while, this is not something that you would have had to have seen when the series started or when I put it on hiatus when I went on break. This is something that's been going on for a long time. I have a board that has been started in 2021, right at the end of 2021, and has carried me through the years. This is my project and goals boards. They have been with me for a long time, and I make them every year as a way to give myself goals to reach for my channels, to reach for my series. I keep them here. I think it's a really cute way of being like, okay, here's all the farms I want to make, here's like what I want to achieve, like my big overall goals, my small goals, I keep them all here. And these are actually my goals for 2023. For my projects, I wanted to make an ice farm, an AFK fish farm as a redeem, an ink farm, update the map room for 2024, automatic mud farm, kelp farm, guardian farm, and then find a spawner and make a mob farm out of that. Then for my goals, we had making a statue at spawn, or a platform, filling out the base, which is what we're working on now, expanding the area of the mob farm, which has been started, but I want to put a couple islands around it to kind of fill out that area more and give like more of a reason to go over there and enjoy it. Making the Nether Highway, the Nether Hub, we finished that this year. And then some of my goals, like for the channels, is like reaching 200 subs on YouTube, 350 on Twitch, and then making one video per month. This will probably be the first year that I don't get this, but honestly, I'm glad I didn't. It was worth it to go on break for 3 months, or technically even 5 months if you think about it. But I do still have hope for those other ones. So this is where I keep stuff. Every year on New Year's Eve or a couple days after, I update my boards for what I want to do, keep, change, and redo, and I cannot wait to see what we do this year. Now, ads have started, but well, I mean, that is true, ads have started. But some of you are now impervious to the ads. You've been freed from your ad prisons, thanks to my partner, Raven. Anyways, everybody say thank you, Raven, because Raven's awesome, and Raven always comes in here and gives us a wonderful time. So you should thank her, because she's cool. Imagine watching ads. Yeah, who watches ads? That's crazy. Watches ads on most streamers. I mean, what? I would never. That's ridiculous. Hi, Raven. Hi. Oh, Tessu, no! No, Tessu, right in front of my soup, right in front of my sandwich. Can't be doing that. No. Yeah, I think that's the world. That's my beacon. It's a mess of blocks because I'm not rich enough to have it be one ore. This used to be my attempt at an automatic mud farm, but then a creeper blew it up and I haven't fixed it. And I'll do it again. No! No, stop peeing everywhere. Hua! Yeah, you can see part of it. I can actually go into my creative world later and show that. Is there anything else I'm missing? No, that's all of it. You know what? I will give you all a flyby of the willow tree because it's huge. It's actually one of the biggest things I've ever built in the game. and I love it so much. It is the single proudest I've ever been for a build, because like, what is that? That's a tree. I built a massive tree in the game. And to be fair, I didn't do it like overnight. It took me a long time to do it. So I think the effort was worth it. I'm still really, really proud of this. Is that a missing block? No, I feel like that's intentional. I feel like that would have to be intentional. But now that's messing with me. Okay, we gotta go fix that. Why didn't my elytra activate? There we go. You're getting to see the elytra windows in action. They do in fact serve as a way for me to fly in and out. It's very, very cool and awesome. I love it. Boom. There's plenty of birch leaves to go around. And then zoom. I don't know if that's intentional, but I'm fixing it. Yay. I feel like the way it was placed was intentional, but it looks weird. Oh, and there's phantoms. Okay, can we not? Come on, gang. I'm trying to enjoy the last little bit of today. Are we just gonna... Okay. Well, this is probably where I'm gonna end for today. I originally had some plans to build today, but I think having this stream, our comeback on Connection Point stream, being like a giant world tour, going through the places and talking about it, I think that serves well. It gives me a chance to look around and remember everything, and a chance for all of you who might be new to get a chance to get a taste of this world and what we've done so far and what's left to come. There's lots of plans for the base, lots of plans for the future, and I'm just excited to see what we get. I need to get thorns on my armor in the realm. Thorns is so nice. This is so awesome. I need to eat food also. So I'm going to head over. Well, we're gonna sit here until this phantom dies, because I'm not letting this dude get off the hook like that. He's gonna pay. He paid. That was very nice of me. He paid very well. I appreciate that. So we're going to head on over to the ending screen for today, and then I will go find someone to raid. Perfect. All right. So that was the end of... Oh, there's no music again. Give me a second. I'm gonna have to do this every time. All right. Music is established. Sorry for the flashbang, but thank you everybody very, very much for being here. We kind of got you. I hope you all kind of got a taste for what the world is and what I've done in it. I hope you all enjoyed looking around and getting to see what this place means to me. It's a very important part of my life and my streaming career. I have streamed over, what is it now? Like 200 and something? World tastes like cinnamon. You know what? You taste like cinnamon. Yeah, I said it. I don't remember what I called the stream. I think it's like 200 and something. I think it's like 249 or something. Maybe 239. I don't remember. Anyways, this is like the 240th stream, I think. There's a lot of them. We're over 200 streams into this world and over 3 years into this world, and it means a lot to me. So I hope you all got to enjoy part of it, and you'll enjoy more of it. I'll be continuing to stream it at the end of the weeks. Thursday, I might switch it to Wednesday depending on how it goes. on how like work and everything works out. But for now, I hope you all enjoyed. I'm gonna go find someone for us to raid into because how do I do this? Okay. Ripley is streaming again. We could go Ripley again. I might go Ripley again. I don't see too many other people drawing. Yeah, you know what? Let's go Ripley again. I think Ripley's cool, and we're back to back. We're back to back rating them because I rated them. I rated her yesterday. So this should be interesting. But yeah, thank you everybody so much for being here. It has been an honor to stream for all of you, and I will see you all next week on Monday, hopefully with some Gartic Phone. Or at least some Gartic Phone and Minecraft minigames, kind of like what we did last week with the return stream. We're doing that again. We're going to be doing multiplayer games on Monday. And so I'm curious to do other things like maybe web fishing and other games that I can play with all of you. I'll have to look into it. I can't play web fishing now because if I try to host a game, my computer crashes. But until that happens, thank you everybody so much for watching. I've been Mr. Malvex, and I will see all of you next time.